Hello everyone, Unknown Reefer here with another fish review. Today's review is going to be the one spot Foxface, or as the last one I had, didn't have a spot, it was just all yellow. I'd imagine this also holds for the magnificent Foxface as well. They're very similar in body shape, and I imagine they're similar in temperament. Now, Foxfaces, you can get them quite small. This one was probably about the size of one of those chromes when I got him a few months ago, but he's grown really nicely. They're awesome little fish to have, even though they actually get quite big. I believe you want about 50 gallon or something, they say, but as with all my reviews, they're not care guides, they're just reviews of my experience keeping the fish. They are very, very good algae eaters, even to the point they will eat bubble algae in my experience. Last tank I had, I put a Foxface in, and within a few days all the bubble algae was gone. Now as you can see there, he's putting his spikes up. That's quite cool to see when he does it. They are venomous from what I'm told. They're about the same as a bee sting, but I've never been got by one of them, and as I've said that, I'll probably get done by him later on today. They're generally pretty peaceful. You'll see him potentially having a little bit of a tiff with the purple tang. They're not actually going for each other. Sometimes they get a bit close and they'll suddenly decide that he's going to put his spikes up and the tang's going to slap him with his tail, but they never do any damage to each other, and most of the time they swim around together anyway. The only caveat I would say to that is I put a powder blue in the previous tank I had. That was a bit of a disaster, which will be a story for another day, but the last Foxface I had in absolutely despised the powder blue. I've never had issues with the Foxface with any other fish. I just think the powder blue, because of the shape of his face and the colours on his face, was too similar to a Foxface, and he was relentless. Actually bit chunks out of his fins, and was constantly trying to get him with his spikes. It wasn't just a little bit of mucking about like he does with the purple tang. He actually was properly going to try and murder him, and in the end the powder blue didn't survive. So although you see that they are peaceful on almost every website, I would just say that I would be careful with something like a powder blue, because I think they look similar enough to a Foxface and they go after them. Other than that, they eat like a pig. They'll eat mysis and algae and pellets and anything else you put in the tank, and they're generally a cool character to have. Good for your bigger tanks as well, because they do get quite chunky. Okay, if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot.